Hello, welcome to White Davy Gardening and Worm Farm. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Did you miss my gardening videos? Well, I'm back. Here I have a cabbage, and this cabbage we can only get it at an Asian market. It does not come with the name on it, it's just in this clear plastic. But I like this cabbage. I really like this cabbage, and so I would like to grow it, but because I don't know the name of the cabbage, so I cannot purchase the seeds for it to grow. So what I did was the previous one that I used before, I'm attempting to regrow it. So it's not really firm in the soil, but as you can see, let's get in a bit closer, it does have roots growing, and if you look to the sides you can see there is one bud there, there is one attempting to come right there, and there's another one there. So far, oh, and a little one here too. So far we have 4 cabbages attempting to sprout from this. I don't know how well or how poorly this will do, but I'm hoping for the best. But at least I can see where it has young suckers and it has a root. So now I'm going to have to make sure that I keep watering this with BTK water. That way none of the fungus flies that tend to love these settings will not be able to reproduce, and their larvae is what destroys your plant, because the larvae feed on the root of your plants. So if I use the BTK water to water this, then the larvae will not be able to survive. Then here we have our yellow onion that we bought from the store. Not sure what variety it is, but I would like to get seeds from it as well. So in this container here, you might be wondering what the paper towel is doing in there, but because the cup is so wide and I don't want the onion to fall on the sides and then start to rot, because the section that should not be in water would be in water. So that's the purpose of the paper towel. Now if you take a close look at it, if I turn it sideways like this, maybe you'll see those little roots that are starting to grow there. I'm hoping too that this will be a successful venture. As you look in here, you can see a little bit of green indicating that it wants to grow. The question is, will it really grow? Now, one of the negative things about trying to regrow onions that are bought in my region is the top is extremely dry, which means that it will not sprout very easily. This section is so dry that if you don't cut this off, you will not have your onions regrowing. So in order to regrow the onions and get it to root, you have to cut off this section to get a fresher portion of the onions. And it's the same thing for this one. Now this is my red onions. Now this one I'm definitely looking forward to growing. It is the same as with the other, where you have to cut this off. And if you notice the size of this onion here, it is not the same size as this because I removed several of the layers. So I'm using a different method for this one. Originally I started off with this before this one, and when I did, this one has been in here for maybe 3 weeks and it hasn't sent out any roots. This one has been in here for a week and it is already rooting, but because I didn't see any root growing on it, so I decided to try to regrow it like this. But then I cut off the upper section and then I noticed something that's green there, and if you look closely you will see that there is a little green sprout coming up right there. So it didn't produce any root, but it is attempting to regrow, so I'm doing my best to see if I can get it to root. Now you might notice that for both onions, when they are in the water level is just at the bottom of the onions, and that is because when you put onions in water they tend to rot quite easily. So I just try to get just that little portion where the root is going to grow. I try to get just that portion in the water. So will it be a success? So far all of these attempts to regrow seem positive, so let's hope for the best. So if you enjoy this video and you'd like to see an update on how these things are doing, then please leave a comment in the section below. You can give me a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and turn on your notification for more updates like these. Thank you so much for watching and have yourself a wonderful day. Yeah man, time for grow.